Hello, this is Chris with Grandma's Laces, and I invite you to join me for a little fun auditioning play today. We're working on a slow-stitched Heirloom journal cover, and I'll show you more about this. This is slow stitching and how I've been using pieces of applique and then slow stitching whatever stitches come to mind. So basically it's this technique that I'm going to be using inside of or on the cover of this. So I'll be teaching this class at Pacemakers in Costa Mesa next month, and so I thought it'd be fun just to audition some ideas and some embellishments. So this is the actual book. It has a spine, and the books we make will have a hidden spine, but you can see all the close slow stitching. Sorry, I can't talk. So I just want to open it up and show you like this. You can see I appliqued some flowers here and here, and then I placed a oblong doily across the middle, and then I stitched a little bouquet around it, picking up the same colors with the embroidery thread that was already on here. So I felt really good about the way this turned out. It was really cute. Then I want to show you real quickly the inside. I actually used another vintage doily, oblong doily. They're all about 10 inches this way by 16 inches that way. That makes the best book covers. So I actually used a vintage doily on the inside of this book. But other ideas that you can use for the inside would be, I have them all laid out. Oh, they're right here on top of the book. So I'll show you. So a very nice, delicate, I'll open it up so you can see it coming this way. So you could use a nice, delicate, soft cotton. You can use a doily that's approximately the same size. Or you can use, well, this is another piece of cotton that I've designed to put on the inside of my next journal, and I've already created the spine. So we're going to be doing a hidden spine, which is using a piece of bookboard, some holes, and white elastic, which will hold whatever book you want to, or pages that you want to include in the center of it. So that's a possibility. I'm looking forward to playing more with that. So just moving those aside for a minute, I thought it'd be fun just to look at a couple of samples and examples and of things that I've done before. So this is and these are works in progress. So here's a piece of the wadding. You make a sandwich basically as though you were quilting. And I don't usually put the backing on it. I leave it like this and sew the backing on later. Or not a big running stitch to hold everything in place. And then I started playing with it. You can see here, going around the corners, just taking the slow stitching, nice and slow. And I did stitch it all down with a blue contrasting thread so I can see it and pull them as I go. So here's an example of a work in progress. And I realize I'm going to have to do something up here because this doesn't look very good. So had some ideas. There's a applique flower that I could possibly put up there. There's a doily that I could place there. And then I like the idea of a half a doily. Let me see if I find one real quick here. Yeah, maybe putting a half a doily up here. Kind of keep with the roundness of everything. So, I mean, there's so much to play with and so much that you can do. And of course, you can add on all of your own stitching. Love the slow stitching for that. So the next sample, were another work in progress. I found all the doilies, is this one. And this is an interesting piece to play with. So I'm just going to show you some ideas. Here it is, as it is right this second. So it was dirty, and I washed it and the stains wouldn't come out. So anyway, I just thought, well, I'm going to play with it anyway. and I started embellishing, going around. I actually added, I don't know if you can see down here, I added a little bit extra because I wanted it squared off. So when I go to actually start to use this, I will be cutting it so it's all square and it'll go on a square book. So, but here's an idea for up there. You could put another one here. You can use pieces of embroidery. This, of course, has to be fussy cut. You can't really see, but look how beautiful this could be. So this is just, again, a work in progress, something that I'm kind of fiddling around with right now. So I thought I would just have a great big open canvas here and just bring a bunch of ideas on you. So as I was pulling this together, I came across this piece of vintage embroidery. It's all cut up and everything, but I thought, wouldn't that be beautiful, fussy cut, and that could possibly go right here. And remember, we'd be stitching on top of everything. Also, I thought, isn't this beautiful? This might have been part of a matching set. I'm pretty sure it's a part of a matching set. But what if I put another doily in the middle of that? Wow. I don't know about you, but that kind of gets me excited. I might even do this one. So, and with that, we can lay in beautiful pieces of embroidery. Let me pull this up for a minute and just run by some of the things that you can play with. Not necessarily here, but look at what you might do with this. Lay this down, stitch it down, do something fancy on top of that. I've got all kinds of things here. You know, you can just start really loading up, embellishing the pages with lots of fun stuff. Got all kinds of beautiful pieces of, I like to sometimes go down the center just to reinforce. And so you might find a beautiful piece of lace that this one is about 1.5 inches wide, but look at this piece, how beautiful this would be. This is actually another doily, which I would cut down if I decide to use this. But imagine this all stitched down, and then you can add more to it. Here's another fun piece. Look at this piece of lace. It's very old. You can see little stains on it. It's a piece of batiste, I think it was called. But imagine where that could possibly be laid in. Some of the doilies I've been getting, or the embroideries I've been getting, the appliques, have come off a set of old curtains. So you can buy yourself, go to the Goodwill, buy yourself an old curtain that has appliques all over it, and cut them up. Just same as this one too. This is another piece of curtain that would lend itself. Any one of these flowers, or just a few flowers, would be just really beautiful on here. Let's see, what else can I show you? Oh dear, nothing's coming right. Oh, here, look at this. These are all the kinds of things that you can use to embellish. I'm just kind of showing them to you right now. This is a very old vintage collar. Imagine if you snipped this up and used these pieces on here. Here's a, oh, I think I just showed you this on the other one, but the applique would be beautiful. What else do I have to show you? Hankies. You could actually put a hanky on top of what you're working on. And it doesn't really go very well here, but look how beautiful this hanky is. And then what if you put more on top of that? I mean, look at what you can build, what you can pull together and keep on building. So if you get really, really fancy, you could always go for the wedding laces and the appliques, and those make a very elegant book. I think you'd rather use a piece of silk or satin as the cover, as the substrate. But look at all the beautiful pieces of laces. These don't really go with that, but imagine what it could go with. So I think that's it. That's what I wanted to show you. Start looking around, collect all those little bits of this and that. Here's more doilies. How we could use these doilies in so many different ways. Doilies are wonderful. This is a little tiny doily, which you could actually, I think I already did, cut it up into even smaller doilies. So you could put a doily like up here in this corner and slow stitch that on. Lots and lots of ideas. So I hope this has inspired you somewhat. It's just so much to look at and go through. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the play and the audition of all these different things. I just don't know what I'm going to make. I want to use everything all at once. Look at this beautiful piece of vintage lace. 2 pieces, actually. There's that. Oh, now that would be another really cool looking. Imagine this going down. And we put some sort of trim on this side. And then a beautiful French knot in the center of each one of those. Oh my goodness, I'm going crazy with ideas. Here's a piece of that wide lace that I like to use. I don't know what it came off of, but would also make a beautiful down the center kind of grounding. And if this is a book, of course, it'd be folded right here. So, and then if it was a book and it was folded right here, then you can bring things out. Oh, look at this. Just some ideas. Just some silly ideas of fun stuff to play with. So, again, I hope you enjoyed the play. Have fun. Oh, look at all this stuff. Too much on my desk. I wanted to do a video, and I thought, well, I want everything in front of me. Beautiful doily. Anyway, hope this inspired you somewhat. Have fun. God bless.